Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another training session at GoPro Trading Academy. So it's yours truly, Ian Giffen, coming to you live from the beautiful garden reach of South Africa. We're on our farm here, so if you hear some farm sounds, don't be too surprised. Uh, Today, I'm going to be talking about something that many of you requested, really, is just how to install your Metatrader platform properly. So it's actually something that I would consider to be a relatively basic skill, but because there's not much training out there, people don't have it done right. So it might be basic, but it's also essential. So today we're just going to take the time to run through it and make sure that you have everything you need in order to have your platform up and running properly. Okay, so let me first of all say, though, that every time you open up an account with a new broker, even if it's still MetaTrader 4, you need to download a new platform. Every broker has a different platform. So even though it's MT4, you need to have a new platform download. So for instance, at the moment, we've obviously got quite a few people every month opening up their funded accounts where you have got your evaluation account for your $2 million live trading account. And of course, if you haven't yet applied for that, please make sure that you do. It's one of it's really the apex of everything that we do here at GoPro Trading Academy. Our ultimate goal is to get each of our members trading significant funds for other people. That's why we called GoPro. We want you to become a professional trader. And a professional trader is one that makes the most money. How do they make the most money? Well, they make money by trading other people's money. From a risk point of view as well, that's also important. Convexity, as you know, is limit your downside, maximize your upside. Well, there's no better way of doing that than managing other people's money, because ultimately, uh, I don't want you to lose other people's money. But the fact of the matter is, the risk is theirs and not yours. You stand only to gain. But of course, we want you to gain by helping them gain as well. The funded account really is our platform for that, where you can get on a pathway, as you know, to trading a $2 million live funded account. And it starts with this evaluation account, which is a live money account. Now, when you apply for it, you will get an email from which gives you your login details, but not just that, also the download link. So those of you who are trading with a funded account, you will have received that download link. You know what it looks like. It's in that email. Alternatively, if you with another broker or still using Vantage FX, they will also send you an email, likewise with a download link. So you need to just copy that download link and put it into a browser. So let me just make sure I have copied it. Put it into your browser. And by doing that, you'll see at the bottom here, it's actually downloading the platform again. Now, I've already done that. But once you have just the exe file, you can then go to the browser. You can also go to your downloads folder and click on open. Alternatively, open file, run. So depending on what browser you're using, if you're using Chrome, here I'm obviously using the Microsoft basic browser. So just do that, all right? Once that has downloaded, make sure you just download that file. Having downloaded that file, then just making sure I'm letting everybody in here. Right, so having downloaded that file, you click on open, it will run it. So as it runs the installation file, it will do some more downloading as well. Let me just make sure that I'm going to the correct place. There we go. So it will run a download. You will see the MQL5 images playing in the background. You don't need to worry about anything else like that. all you need to think about is the fact that your platform is busy being installed. Once it has been installed, this is pretty much what will pop up on your screen. So you will see the very basic MT4 stuff here in the background, but in the front you will see it says open an account. So first of all, just click on finish and it'll bring up the login or an account opening a box. One or the other can happen, depends. I'm not sure which will happen with you. You'll either get something like this, or you will have a box saying, please open an account. Now, you don't want to open an account. You want to log into an existing account because your account has already been opened. All right. So if you see that option pop up, just remember, go for the login to existing account. Now, what is the existing account details? Well, I'm just going to, you just need to go back to your email. And for me, that I'll just put that in the notes here. So I'm just going to copy the account number, paste it in there, and you need to put in your password. Make sure the server is right. You shouldn't have any options. It should just be that server. But some brokers, you will have multiple server options. But again, in the email, they'll tell you which the correct server is. Right, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, you will see that the connection status is valid and the data is starting to flow, and you will get that Metatrader 4 sound telling you that everything is fine. Okay, there's the account number, so we're all ready to rock and roll. So yeah, you can see that this is a $15,000 account. It's a new one. It's just been started, so all well and good. All right, so next up is to actually start customizing it. Now, I have given training on this before, but I'm basically just going to show you how to get your charts set up correctly. Now, with Metatrader 4, when you first get it, it comes with this default. Let's get the stuff out of the way. These Zoom tools start clogging up my screen. It's nice to sit outside, but without my multiple screens, it's a bit of a hassle sometimes. All right, so you'll notice that the default profiles, well, one is default, and then it has these 4 others. They're all pretty useless, to be honest with you. You can't get rid of default, but you can get rid of the others. The easiest way to do that, to be honest with you, is just to go into our data folder. So as always, we've got a file, open data folder. We're going to be using this a few times. When we did our discussion yesterday around the position size calculator, you'll see this should start being familiar to you now. But one thing we want to do now is to customize our profile. So I'm going to go into profiles, and you'll see there we have the same folders that show under default at the bottom there. I'm just going to delete them over here. There are other ways to do it. You can do it from within the platform. I'm just going to get rid of them right here. And default has to stay. All right, so that being done, I can now just close down the platform. And oh, I forgot to actually pin it at the bottom. So if you forget to pin it at the bottom, you're going to have to go and find it. There it is. That's always a useful trick, I find, is to all the stuff that I use often, I pin on the toolbar at the bottom. There it loads up. And there it is. Let's just check our profiles. Bob's your uncle. There's only default left. That's precisely what we wanted. Okay, so that being said, we've got, this is still not what we want. This is pretty useless. So I'm just going to close down all of these charts as well. We can just hide our navigator and market watch it for the moment. And here you have a completely blank screen, pristine, beautiful. Okay, now next up is to load our profiles. This is really important for you if you have been doing my training before. You've probably got all of your charts set up beautifully. You've got all of the technical analysis being done on them, your historical Donchian channels and your wave lines. All of that has been done on another platform. And now you're looking at the prospect of having to do all of that all over again on a new platform. Well, you don't need to, okay? You can simply copy and paste across all of that work that you've done before. So to summarize, what you'll want, first of all, are the profiles, absolutely. Also any templates that you might have set up. And of course, we've also got those custom indicators such as the position size calculator. Now, those will generally be in your other platforms data folder. So exactly like we did yesterday and did a few minutes ago, you will go to your old platform, go to File, open Data Folder, and open that up for the old platform, okay? You will also do it for this one, the new one. Now, you don't want to get confused between the two, okay? Make sure, for instance, that new one maybe goes on the right, old one goes on the left. I do have the old one here as well. So I'm just going to remember which one it is now. Must be that one. And then again, I've been fiddling around with this today, so actually not. So here we have profiles. This is the one that I've just opened. I can close that down again. MQL4. I think this is what we were fiddling with yesterday. I can double check. Yes, it is. You see, there we installed the position size calculator yesterday. So that's the old platform. This is the new platform. I'm just going to go back to the root directory. And you can see that at the top here, this very long hashed folder address is different from that one. Okay, so this is my old platform. This is my new one. Also, if I go into the profiles here, you'll notice it's got all of those profiles that I copy across to this laptop every week before I do my Monday morning market review. So there they are. Likewise, my templates are going to be here. There you can see I've just got that one, which is my custom template, which is admittedly the templates are very easy to do. It's the profiles that are the problem. All right, so what you can now do, in fact, is simply right click on the one that you want to install in your new platform. Go to the window for the new platform. I've copied it on the left and I'm pasting it on the right. It'll probably ask me just to overwrite that folder. By the way, it's always good to close down the platform as well while you're doing this. There we go, replace the files. Done and dusted. Okay, so that's done. Likewise, I just want to do the template. It was just that one. Paste that in here. Pasting it into the templates folder. And we also want our position size calculator, don't we? So we've got to go into the indicators first. I'm just going to copy the EX4 file across. MQL4. Just make sure you get it into the right folder. Oh, I didn't there. So I was going to click and drag, put it into indicators. And then finally, we've got scripts. And here's our PSC trader. We want the EX4 file. We don't want the MQL4 source file, just the EX4. And put it into scripts. There it is, sorted. Okay, now I can, I still didn't pin it, did I? All right, let's go back here, CBT Limited. This is our funded account broker. This is an ECN broker, by the way. I mean, those of you trading it will have already seen that our spreads on the euro are either 0 or 0.1 pips most of the time. It's the spread is very, very cheap, very, very low, which is excellent, obviously, for trading performance. Okay, so there they are. So here is our new broker. I'm just going to go to Euro. It's still going to download the data. I'm also sitting outside. There we go. So it's starting to download data. Just want to get that price feed going. You'll see it starts running properly in a minute. Still doing a lot of downloading at the moment. It's getting all the data for all of those charts. And I'm sitting outside. So also let me just, yeah, it's just going to take a minute or so. But the point being is you can see that there's all my analysis. admittedly, this is Monday's analysis. I don't have the updated analysis for today, being Thursday, but there it is. This is what exactly the same stuff that I was talking through on another broker platform on Monday. And if we just navigate, there's GBP, USD. And there is yen daily. You can see every time I pop to a new screen, it's still busy downloading the data. We had some nice trades this week. Some of them are still languishing, but we're pretty close to break even on most of our H4 impulse trades. I think we've only had one loser so far, so not too bad. Anyway, so there you can see I'm basically looking at all of the same profiles on a brand new broker. If I go to our add indicator, custom, you'll see there's our position size calculator. That pops up if I need it. So literally within a few minutes, and it always takes longer, obviously, when you talk as much as I do. But there you can actually see that everything that we wanted is there, and I was able to install it very, very quickly. All right, so let me just summarize then the key points. You need to make sure that you're installing the right platform. You need to have a brand new Metatrader 4 platform for every broker. Once you're with a broker, the different accounts, certainly, that's different. Okay, so if you have multiple accounts with a broker, you'll have your live accounts here. If you have demo accounts as well, these are only live accounts, it'll show up as demo accounts. You could have multiple accounts. The one thing with our funded accounts is if you want, they do let you have more than one evaluation account, although you can't have more than one funded broker account. So once you get to the portfolio manager accounts, which is $40,000 and above, actually $20,000 if you start on the $5,000 evaluation account, those portfolio manager accounts, you can only do one. So, which means you can only have one $2 million account at a time. But of course, you can also do others for your significant other or your children, and you could even copy trades between them. There are some rules around that, but I think that's allowed. Okay, so folks, that is the most important thing, is to make sure that you get the correct download link for the account that you want to trade, and download a brand new Metatrader 4 platform, as I described earlier. If you need to revise it, please do feel free to watch this video again. Then the rest is just customizing, to be honest, and making sure that you don't have to do a lot of work to be up and running with your new broker account. Right, any questions? Everybody happy? I think for most of you, you've done this a few times, but also I expect quite a few people will be watching this as a recording. So if you are, feel free to ask any questions that you might have in the comments below. We do keep an eye on these. Kareen's always sending me screenshots of questions that you guys are asking so that I can answer them. So please make sure that you ask anything that is not 100% clear. It's certainly probably going to be helpful for other people who might not have thought of that question themselves. Great. So no questions. Obviously, I've explained very well. Guys, today's Thursday. Remember, tomorrow is non-farm payroll. Okay, so part of your trading plan should be how you deal with that. If you're trading very aggressive strategies, you won't care, or the higher time frames, you won't care. But caution is always good, unless that is something that you're comfortable with and it's part of your trading plan. Then now is the time to back off from the market and look to get going again next week. Just a quick aside, you guys, I'm sure have noticed that yesterday and so far today, have been doing a lot of sideways action. It's been consolidating. Even our H4 impulse trades, they were going for a bit, but it's pretty much been going sideways. We've been able to get to, as a break even on most of them. But the main reason for this, I believe, is the anticipation of non-farm payroll tomorrow. It's typical every month you will find that the, the market tends to languish in a couple of days running up to non-farm payroll, and that's actually a good reason just to stay out until it kicks off again, which of course typically you would do with the impulse-based strategies anyway. Right, Pete's asking time. I presume you're talking about the platform, saying platform time, GMT or Eastern time. Well, the only time that really matters to us as traders is the platform time. Now, with a good broker, platform time is, let me put it this way, the start of the currency trading day and therefore the end of the currency trading day is 5 p.m. New York time. Simple as that. Now, it's purely coincidental for us folks here in South Africa that during our summer, the platform time is the same as our time. But really, that's a pure coincidence, because no matter where you go in the world, your broker time, I call it broker time, which is platform time, your broker time is going to stay the same. It will be 10:22 and 30 seconds here and in New York right now. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, that will stay the same. It can be a bit confusing because our time is the same in our summer. That's pure coincidence, nothing else. That's the time that matters most. The currency trading day starts and ends at 5 p.m. New York time. Now, obviously, they also have daylight saving in their winter, which is now at the moment, and their clocks do change. They don't change necessarily at the same time as UK daylight saving. So please don't make that assumption. Always ensure that you are using the platform time, which is New York time. Hope that answers that question, Pete. One thing I'd like to just add here, just to show this off for you guys. Sorry, there it is. Spread. You can add spread to the right-hand column. And here you can actually see it's out of order, admittedly. If you want to get these in the right order, you should. Okay, make sure you've got all the instruments that you need over here, which is for the evaluation accounts, the 28 currency pairs. So here you can see, for instance, on Euro USD, our spread at the moment is 0. 0. Dollar yen, same thing. There it pops up to 0.1. It's varying between 0 and 0.1. You can see it's pretty cheap. It's only when we get down to what are traditionally the more expensive currency pairs like Kiwi CAD, where it actually goes over a pip. GBP Swiss, you can see at the moment, Euro NZD, GBP NZD can also be a bit more expensive. So yeah, I don't think I've got that up at the moment. If you need to make sure that you've got all of your instruments, just right click anywhere in the market watch and go to symbols. This is very straightforward for us here. And yeah, they're not all showing. There's GBP Oz. Double click on any that are grayed out. There's GBP NZD, Kiwi Swiss. You want to have all 28 currency pairs up there. When you get to your portfolio manager account, you will also have gold. At the moment, gold and the main indices. That list will probably grow, but it's good to just limit it like that. All right, so I've added some of these now at the bottom. There you can see GBP NZD 1.4, 1.2 pips, 2.1. So remember that this is a fifth decimal. So this number on the right here is tenths of a pip. So 11 means 1.1, which is rather nice. I'm sure you'd agree. Very good. We do pay a commission, but the commission plus the spread is still a fraction of the cost. Not only that, I'm sure you guys have also experienced being stopped out by fluctuating spreads before the market then goes on to where your take profit was. That is definitely a problem with your typical retail brokers, which only offer spreads. The spreads are a threat to your trades. So if you're trading with a broker like this, your stops are more difficult to hit and your take profits are easier to hit. So all good. Awesome. No more questions. That's great. Okay, guys. So obviously there's a lot to Metatrader 4. I'm not going to go into all the details around how to customize it. I have actually done training on this before. Please make sure that you go and look at that. But if you do want me to spend more time on how to use the Metatrader 4 platform, the tips and the tricks, the shortcuts, the hacks, then pop it into the comments below and we can do some more training on it. Super, guys. Once again, non-farm payroll tomorrow. Back off. Have a nice long weekend. Enjoy well, it depends where you are, but if you're here in the Southern Hemisphere, enjoy these beautiful late summer days. And we can start again on Monday. And I'll certainly see you Monday morning for the Monday morning market review. Guys, have a great weekend. I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.